Running Medicine. This is Lynette. Today I'm going to focus on planks. I have lots of variations for us to practice, and we'll get started. I'll do, I think I have 14 of them, and we'll practice each of them a couple of times. So let's start with the traditional plank. We'll start on our forearms. Make sure elbows and palms are in line. Elbows and shoulders are in line. Legs are nice and strong and straight. Push back on the heels. And then when you need to, take a break by dropping your knees. So this is, again, traditional forearm plank. Keep breathing as you're doing this. Stay strong, stay stable. And again, when you need to, you can drop your knees. The next is the same. It's a traditional plank. This time arms are straight arm plank. Again, palms and shoulders are in line. Palms are flat, fingers are pointed forward. Back is nice and strong and sturdy. Legs are nice and strong. Push back with the heels. Again, when you need to, drop the knees. Take a quick break. And then come back again, making sure to breathe. We can also vary it up by going to our forearms, back to straight arm. Walk it out a couple of times. So that's straight arm to forearm, regular planks. The next thing we'll do are side planks. So again, just like the first ones, we can start on our forearm. So we'll start with the right side, elbows on the mat, feet are touching. Start by lifting the right hip, legs are straight, shoulders are in line. If you feel good there with the balance, you can lift your left arm. And if that still feels good, you can lift the left leg. When you need to take a quick break, just drop the right knee and then lift it up again. Make sure you go to the other side, so when you're ready, maybe roll over to the middle real quick and then shift over to the left elbow. Hips are in line, shoulders are in line. If you feel good there with the balance, right arm can lift. And if you want to challenge yourself more, right leg can lift. Coming back down. Same thing like we did at the beginning. We'll do a straight arm side plank, right arm. Keep the hips lifted. Make sure shoulders are in line, maybe draw the left shoulder back a little bit. If that feels good, lift the left arm. If that feels good, lift the left leg. Keep breathing. Again, when you need the break, drop the knee. And you can even go back and forth by tucking the ankle in. Your arm is still working, your core is still working. And let's shift over to the other side, left side. Straight arm. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Lift the right arm if you're ready. And then the right leg. Or just keep them both down. Work on the balance and stability. And then when you need to, drop the knee. Tuck it back, tuck the ankle behind the other ankle. And you can even just rotate like this a couple of times. All right, take a breath. We'll do something called the windshield wiper. So you're in a straight arm plank, and we just want to rotate the legs or kick the legs out right and left like a windshield wiper. From the front. So right leg goes to the side, left leg. Do this a few times. Take your break if you need to, knees down. When you're ready, come back up, right and left a few more times. The next one is plank. And then we're just going to lift and drop each leg, straight leg, like a march. Take a break, drop the knees if you need to. Drop the knees. All right, and the next one will be a reverse plank. So this time the bellies are up, heels are flat on the ground, toes are flexed up toward the sky, flex towards the body, lift the hips, palms are flat, fingers are pointing towards the heels, and then if you want, drop the head and shoulders, head and neck, I mean. Look up to the sky. When you need a little break, just let the bottom hit the ground. Get a few breaths and then lift up again. Coming back down. We'll do a rolling plank. So again, on a high straight arm plank, just rolling over from right to center, to left, back to center, roll to the right. Always keep the hips up. All right. The next one's called floating plank. So if you have a bench or something, you can lift the heels off the ground and you're just holding yourself up. This is going to be great for your upper body strength, shoulder strength. And when you're ready to come down, take a breath. Try again, maybe ground yourself a little bit better than I just did. Feet on something, and then lift. Add some push-ups there if you feel strong, you want to add something extra. Okay, the next one is called dolphin to forearm. So a dolphin, you'll get on your forearms, forearm plank, and then we're just going to walk our toes up, hips up, heels push back. Exhale, walk the feet back a couple times. Walk the feet forward, lift the hips up, heels back, and then let it go down again. Okay, do that a few times. And then something very similar. This will be a downward dog to a straight arm plank. You can start in your tabletop position. Palms and shoulders are in line. Knees and hips are in line. Tuck under the toes. Deep inhales, you lift into a downward dog. Exhale, the heels back. Stand downward dog. When you're ready, inhale, lift the hips. Come up high on the toes. And then exhale into a plank. Take 5 deep breaths. Deep inhale, lift the hips, come up high on the toes. Exhale it back, look in towards the knees. Inhale, looking forward. Come up high on the toes, lift the hips, and exhale into your plank. Inhale, lift the hips, come up high on the toes. Exhale, heels drop, looking toward the knees. And let's do one more. Inhale, come up high on the toes, lift the hips, look forward. Exhale into plank. All right. Our next one will be a plank with knees to elbows. So we're in a regular straight arm plank. We're going to just take the knee to the elbow, knee to the elbow. Let's do one more on each side. All right, knees down. Take a few breaths. We'll do two more. So this next one is quad taps. So you're in a straight arm plank, and let's just take opposite hand to opposite hip or quad. So left hand to right side, right hand to left side. So just walking out the hands, keeping your plank nice and strong. All right, knees down. And then our last one is opposite arm and leg extensions. So you'll be, let me see if I can adjust here. So this one's gonna be a little bit more challenging. Find your stability. Let's start by extending the arms out, right, and then left. Find your stability. Again, you can always drop your knees when you need to, even if you want to do right, and then left. And then we work on our balance with the feet, kicking the legs out, flexing the toes in, right, and then left. Or in a plank, it's right and then left. So now the tricky part is trying to find the balance. So right arm out, left leg out. Woo. So that's where my weakness is. Drop them, left arm out, right leg out. And then maybe more with a march until you have the balance and strength to hold them longer. All right, those are kind of sloppy. All right, thanks for sharing some time with me. Hope these plank variations keep your planks interesting and creative, and they help strengthen your core. Happy running, stay safe.